Welcome to A Talk with Armani. I am your host, Armani Iman. I have an exciting show planned for you today. So you're not going to want to go anywhere because believe me, you're not going to want to miss my first guest. We'll be right back. Welcome back to A Talk with Armani. In the entertainment industry, it's not usually enough to just have one thing going. You've heard the expression a triple threat or a double threat. Well, my next guest, the wonderfully handsome and talented young man that's sitting next to me, is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is that? 6, 6? What is that? He's just a threat all the way around. You look from this angle, this angle, whatever. Please join me in welcoming the very talented and the very nice Mr. JeVon DeWand.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
You look so awesomely beautiful yourself.
Oh my gracious! No, I mean I'm hot. I'm flustering because I'm sitting next to this guy here that you know he's a dancer, he's a songwriter. So you know just by being able to dance and write a song, you stole like 2/3 of my heart. And then they say you want somebody to scream now, so it's like okay, what's going on?
Everything's going great. I mean, God is working. I say it all the time. God is flying the plane. I'm just, I don't even know if I'm a passenger or I'm in coach. I don't know what I'm doing.
I mean, according to what we see, it looks like first class is where you at. You just chilling up there.
I'm just cool. Look at you. I'm loving the show. I heard a lot about it. I'm glad you're having me.
You know what? I appreciate you having, but we're not even going to make this an Armani thing. We're going to talk about you because you're like everything that I've read. You know, and I don't watch television, so don't take it. You know,
cool.
Everything that I've read, it's like you've covered almost every plane. You jump from this to that to this to that, and then each step, none of it has been lateral. You know, you keep going up and up and up. You started out as a choreographer. You were dancing. You were doing your thing, which you probably was amazing looking at your body.
Thank you.
Okay, and then you know, and you also did music writing, you do artist development, you've been associated with the likes of Blue Cantrell, Love Her, The Dream, okay, and like all kinds of people. So it's like your life is that storybook that we can sit back and say, hey, let's talk about this, let's talk about that, let's take a page out of JeVon's book.
Let's talk. What you want to know?
I want to know what got you started dancing.
Well, I was an athlete,
but
inside of my neighborhood, I came from Section 8 and all those things, and I just was like, man, if I look to my right, we either playing football, or we look to my left, and people are selling dope and shooting people.
Okay.
So my homeboy, his name was Baker Ulysses. He was like, man, I just want to dance, man. I like dancing. He had all the girls. You know what I mean? Cool, but every time he danced, the girls just went crazy. I was like, hey, man, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave this over here. I'm going to go over here. Because he always had the girls hollering. So I started dancing. He was like, man, you ain't going to never be better than me. He just challenged me, a dare. He was like, you'll never be better than me. I said, take me 2 months to be better than you. He's like, how is that? I said, because I'm going to apply myself. You not. And then we battled. I won. And then we just started going from there. Then after that, I was like, man, how can I monetize this? I don't know what I'm going to do to monetize it. I was thinking, I loved it. I was like, the hardest thing to do is make money from your passion. So my passion, I thought was dancing, really was just entertainment. And I just opened one door, and I was like, man, I walked up to Jermaine Dupri, and we was talking. I was like, hey, man, I'm the best choreographer in Atlanta. It is what it is. I'm not a dancer. I'm not going to dance unless I'm doing it. He was like, what are you doing? I was like, just give me an opportunity. So he gave me an opportunity. I started choreographing the skate. I started choreographing all Lil Jon and everything.
So you just went up there and was like, look, here I go.
Yeah, because he already knew of me. So I was just like confident. And I was like, man, give me an opportunity and you ain't got to pay me. That do it all the time. You know, everybody wants
yeah.
Oh, you ain't got to pay me nothing. I'm good.
I'll show you what I can do.
Yeah, because see, if you got vision, you know where you're going. So he thought that I was thinking about the position of money, but I think about the position of purpose. So I knew in the long run, I'll take over. All I got to do is just get in the door. And he let me in the door, and I did from one artist, which he gave me like Lathan Freakin'. You know what I mean? And I went all the way up. And then one of the videos I did didn't really get no money from it. But you looked at it and was like, man, I love that video. And I went and told you, how much it cost? $25,000. Really? That's all? Okay, cut that check. But I really went from $25 to $25,000.
Okay. So now, but you know, we can't get you for the low now. No.
It depends.
What? What you mean it depends?
It's all about relationships.
Because you want to learn how to. Because I'm trying to do the little dancing thing.
Oh, you trying to?
Yeah, so I need an instructor to help me with the 1, 2, and the 2.
Man.
Because I feel like we gotta be able to do all kinds of stuff, not just one thing. Like it's cute sitting in the chair, but every once in a while, you want to go out, and when you dance. It's not so much of the, you want to be able to create a statement. Your body is a work of art.
Yeah.
So you want to be able to display that work of art in a tasteful manner.
Right. We just go 1, 2 step.
Right. We don't want to 2-step it. Because I can 2-step. I'm a bad 2-stepper. I can even throw a dip in there.
You got it.
But as far as, actually putting it in like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. And maybe break it down a little bit. No, I'm not breaking nothing down.
No, you're not breaking it down. You good. You got the 2-step down pat. That's all that matters.
So you went from choreographer, and then you said, okay, it's all entertainment. I'm going to write some songs. I'm going to work with some people. I'm going to develop some artists. And now you're on the big screen.
Yep, and actually, I went from choreographer to going out on stage and dancing, and I'm getting a lot of, looks, and my line was just as long as Avant line. I'm like, and Avant was like, bro, you need to be rapping. So I taught myself how to rap, actually.
Okay.
Then I went and got a deal at Def Jam, and I got signed to L.A. Reid, was very excited, but then Shakir Stewart, one of my friends, killed himself. At that point, I was like, I don't even want to do it no more. I'm cool.
Right.
So I started writing songs. Me and Jazzy, Tricky Stewart, and we just got in and started writing songs. I was like, man, I can find artists. I got this vision to see people be what they think that they're not. There's a difference between choreography and artist development. You can teach anybody how to dance.
Right.
But you can't give everybody the purpose and the confidence to be what they see themselves as or what they may not see themselves as. And then I take that to Ryan Glover. He's at Bounce TV. He's like, bro, I'm trying to get come up with a concept. I was like, man, I can come up with this concept in a second. He's like, I'm gonna call you back in a second then. I said, give me 5 seconds.
Okay.
Called back and I was like, I got this show called Welcome to Dreamland. We should take Jazzy Faye and Drummer Boy and put them together. I'm gonna be Don King and we're gonna make it hot and we're gonna do it.
Right.
He's like, man, I love it. Write it up. I wrote it up, never thought about doing it. We did that, put it on Peachtree TV, sold it to BET. So that's my first time.
Okay.
And I was just playing, and I didn't really understand that part, and I was behind the scenes, and I like, man, I like being behind the scenes, so that way when I'm in the editing room, I can keep it as real as possible instead of being on this reality show and you may depict me as something that I'm not.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that drove it there. Then I went to scripting, and that's where I am right now. I'm like, man, I want to do my own thing. I act, I'm on Saints and Sinners, I'm on a lot of stuff. I did Stump the Yard, a lot of things. And I say, man, I like standing in line sometimes, but for me, what's more important is making the line.
Right.
So I like to hold an audition. I want to give out opportunities to new faces. I feel like you can make enough money to eat, but it's way harder to make enough purpose to feed.
Right.
So I said, God, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do again. I just be arrogant about it. I call it Godfidence.
Okay.
I sat down to God the same way I did Jermaine. I said, this is what we're gonna do.
Right. Okay.
I'm gonna go out and entertain them.
Okay.
But we're gonna educate them, and we can't educate them without entertaining them.
Okay.
So I want you to just send me the visions of things that people can connect to that they're already talking about, whatever that may be. And then we're gonna put something underneath that's a subtext that is purposeful. So dating in Atlanta is that. So dating in Atlanta is a plague in people's eyes. Some people love it, some people hate it, some people think it's this, all these stereotypes. So I just honed in on that. Then I just listened to my grandfather and put the formula in. He said, relationships is easy. You know, I was like, so how you do it? 63 years, it's beautiful, it's amazing, it's extraordinary. He's like, well, one, you need to stop, change your mind. He's like, stop falling in love. I was like, why? He's like, falling in love is dumb. If you fall, you're going to hurt yourself. That's what you're going to do. You hurt yourself. You're pretty much saying, I'm cool with being hurt. He said, do something that the average person can't do. I said, what's that? He said, levitate in love. He said, do something that people look at and be like, oh my God, I can't believe that they're doing that. I'm levitating, let's write love notes on the cloud. And he was like, and it's easy. I follow God, she follows me, and love will take care of herself. Okay. And I took that, put that in the embodiment of the entertaining part, and I made this truth circle table so it could be honest. I call it movality, where reality and scripted come together to tell the realest story ever told. And Young Jock in there, he is hilarious. So everything that you see at the table is absolutely real.
Wow.
And the scenes are scripted. Okay. So it's only 6 people that you meet. Okay. A cheater, a gold digger, the beater, the man that has everything to make him great to be your man, but he just don't have the finances. And number 5 and 6, a real man and a real woman.
Okay. Wow, that sounds so exciting. I cannot wait to see
cool.
that. So when is it coming out? When is it out?
Well, tonight is the big premiere. I can't.
Oh!
So we sold out in like 2 hours.
Are
It
you
was crazy.
serious?
It was cash.
Wait a minute, I don't know. Was that on my calendar? I don't think I was. What?
You should've
What
been
happened?
good.
I don't understand because I'm
can work
asking
it
when
out.
is it come. You work it out?
Easy.
Okay, so yeah, so we're going to come see what's going on with you
got
in
some.
Dayton and Atlanta. Now, what I do want to say is for your movement. I know that you've got a lot of followers, and I know you've got a lot of people that look up to you just for your movement, because your story, as you move, as somebody looks into you, because I know how they do background and all that, and as they look into you, they see where you've been and where you're coming from and how you're consistently moving up, like you said, levitating, you're growing. You know, what advice do you give to the person that was you as the choreographer, that maybe they're doing it because that's something that excited them at the time, but they still feel a yearning of doing something else, and maybe they're scared, maybe the self-esteem isn't there. You know, there's all kinds of reasons why people are still clocking in when for real they should be writing a check. What's your advice?
Well, I say it's 3 steps to changing your situation or your life. It's pretty simple. See it, believe it, and do it.
Okay.
Most people can see it, then they'll start believing it, but what they lack is the doing it part.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's the key, doing it. So if in our mind, our ideologies makes us hold back so much because we are so conditioned to be whatever we supposed to be or what we saw. Or go to work, go to college, get married, whatever the case may be. And that may not be your true happiness.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you start to change, because when you're only happy is a feeling. Happiness is a value. So you got to figure out inside of that value what you want to do. And as you start to keep God first in life, you'll start making steps that you don't even care about making, because there's no more afraid. I got one life to live. I'm going around this mountain one time.
Okay.
And I can't get it back. It's a lot of things I can get back and get my relationship back.
Right.
I can get my car back and get my money back. I can't get this life back. So whatever I make up my mind to do in integrity and character, I'm doing it. It don't matter if you believe or not. And this is something I want you to take with you. Never forget. Everybody use sight to see each other, right?
Okay, okay.
But we need vision to see what we can become.
So we're going to add philosopher to your.
No.
Yeah, we have to.
No.
Because
No.
we just, and teacher.
Yeah,
You know what I
sure.
mean? Because in your words, somebody learned a lesson. I know I found out a lot about you, but also, you know how you have a feeling about something or you have a theory about something, but you can't really put you can't put the word to it, like you said, reality and, you know, reality, and you call it reality. You know what I mean? How you just kind of put the realness into it to create a picture that people can not only understand, but they can also relate to. It has been a pleasure to have you here. I mean, I really
Why does your
appreciate
smile
it.
so beautiful?
Oh, huh? No, we're not gonna do this. It's not the Armani. It is the Armani show, but
Why is this
no,
smile
we're gonna
so
talk
beautiful?
about you.
Okay, that smile is
That's
great.
happiness.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll be following you. We want to go on your journey with you. Where can we find you at?
Well, you can find me on Instagram at JeVon DeWand, and you can find me on Facebook and all the same things. And go to DaytonInAtlantaTheMovie.com. You can
Okay.
also stream the movie and get it. And we're going everywhere. We're on our way to the Essence Festival to turn up.
Oh,
We're gonna do it
Essence.
again.
Yes, we're gonna do Essence.
And I got to give a shout out to all the people in the movie that's really in my movement. Neil Carr, he's from Saints and Sinners. Steve, I don't know if you know Stevie Baggs.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Stevie's in the show. Jock,
Okay.
Dunn have kidney. So we're all making these movements and everything. You know what I love about it when we first did the movie? A lot of us didn't even have a job, a new job rather.
Okay.
Now everybody got a new job. You know, Anthony Dalton is now the lead on House of Pain. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Everybody's moving to another level. So I think that's what it's really about. So I like to just see things grow, feed them, pour the sun on it,